The National Reconnaissance Office operates top secret satellites so powerful they can resolve an object the size of a coffee cup from 300 miles up. Yet, for an organization that deals in absolute secrecy, they do leave some clues. They troll the public at every launch, showing cryptic patches worn by the launch team. These patches are one of the only clues we have of what this secret eye in the sky is capable of. The story of the NRO and these patches goes back to 1957 with Sputnik and the Explorer 1. Werner von Braun, the head of the Explorer 1 mission, went on to a career at the newly formed NASA.
Our survival, yours and mine and our children's, depends on our adherence to ethical principles.
But the public never knew that NASA had a secret sister organization, the National Reconnaissance Office. The NRO was formed alongside NASA in 1961 to centralize the world's most powerful surveillance systems. The budget, the personnel, and the operations are all top secret to this day. In 1976, satellites changed forever. The first digital keyhole satellite, the KH-11, started sending digital images instead of film canisters. The images got better and better, and only a handful of times have we ever seen what these government agencies can see. Once, in 1984, the British magazine Jane's Defense Weekly published 3 substantially blurred images from a satellite over a Soviet aircraft carrier. What they printed was relatively 1.5 to 3 feet per pixel in resolution, but the raw imagery, when the satellite was directly overhead, could resolve 15 centimeters per pixel. Enough resolution to identify individuals on the ground and specific details of the equipment that was being used by the Soviets. Recently, Donald Trump has given us another glimpse into the advancement of satellite imagery. In 2019, he tweeted a photograph of a failed rocket launch in Iran.
As you probably know, they were going to set off a big missile and it didn't work out too well. Had nothing to do with us.
You could see in the image individual shadows, scorched earth, and pieces of shrapnel everywhere. Analysts immediately reported that compared to the photograph from the 1980s, there was more than a 30% jump in clarity and resolution. That image remains to this day the sharpest, most clear, high-resolution image we have ever gotten from an American reconnaissance satellite. Some satellites are more persistent than others. While the high-resolution, low Earth orbit satellites, like the keyhole ones, race past their target in minutes, a geosynchronous satellite is placed 22,000 miles up, so high that it stays locked over the exact same position on Earth 24/7, providing continuous surveillance. These geosynchronous satellites look for subtle changes that a low Earth orbit satellite would miss. The newest NRO satellites don't just see in black and white or color, they see in hundreds of invisible bands of light. This is called hyperspectral imaging. Satellites can read the chemical fingerprint of objects on the ground.
Each pixel in a hyperspectral image contains a spectrum of information, revealing the unique fingerprint of the materials or objects within the scene. We can detect stressed crops, identify nutrient deficiencies, and optimize resource allocation. It can differentiate between various minerals with precision.
The NRO isn't the only game in town. Planet, Maxar, Black Sky, these commercial companies now image the entire surface of the Earth every single day, and Wall Street funds, insurance giants, and commodity traders pay hundreds of millions of dollars a year to count cars in Walmart, measure grain piles in Ukraine, or watch oil fields in Texas. SpaceX is of course a leader in the game, and their Starshield division is under contract with the NRO to build hundreds of low-orbit spy satellites. We've had 5 launches in 2025 so far, and the Starshield fleet has reached 200 units. The NSA, a mission partner with the NRO, uses the SpaceX-built satellites to monitor satellite phone traffic through ground stations in Yorkshire, Australia, and the Middle East. Now let's take a look at those patches. Here's a strange one, number 24. The intersection here of those orbits is set on what it looks like Lima or Cusco in Peru. And here's everyone's favorite, number 39. This one's from 2013, right at the height of the Edward Snowden controversy, and the NRO shows us this patch of an octopus over the world with the motto, "Nothing is beyond our reach." Here's number 49, a phoenix rising from the flames, "Better the devil you know." A lot of the more recent ones feel like someone spent a little time on Canva. This one, number 55, Hephaestus in Latin. Number 145, Strength in Numbers. That one is because they sent 22 satellites up at once in April. In closing, I just want to say that the government publicly denied the existence of the National Reconnaissance Organization, the National Reconnaissance Office, and all of the satellite intelligence capabilities for more than 30 years. It was only in 1992, after the Cold War, that someone finally acknowledged the existence of this program.